Yeah, because when I'm on TradingView, and I noticed that today actually, if I scroll within the graph, it kind of changed that M1, M5, M15 that you were referring to, just above the alert panel.
Right. So
But if I want to see the frequency of the candles, I change the where you've got 5M to the left of the screen, just under where the word liberty is on the page. You'll see the little 5.
Yeah.
FXCM. If I click on that then opens up the option, I think, to change the frequency. I think.
Right. Yeah, because that's the normal way of changing it on TradingView. So basically, Albert, the question is: there's probably more than one way of changing candle view.
Right. Okay. So basically, broadly speaking, what it is when you look at this is looking at the this is the scanner specifically. Actually, is there any chance of turning that down a bit? So it's a bit loud.
Turning what down?
Your TV, Colin.
Yeah.
Oh, is it loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to hear it. Do you mind turning your ears down? All right, I'll watch the picture then. Oh dear.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no. So what it is when you look at the M1 that so as Beth mentioned, this indicates minutes and hours, and what it is, it's showing you the suggestions for various time spans or various candle configurations. So it's basically saying if you're a 5-minute trade, if you like trading based on 5 minutes, then you should be focusing, you should be pressing on M, because the suggestions here will not be suggestions for 1 hour.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean, so you see when we're
so
on carry on.
Yeah, go on. Sorry. No, go on.
So what you see when you're on the 1 hour, the suggestions that you're getting are going to be
different.
So you see you're seeing 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. But if you go to the 5 minutes, you see there's a difference in how long ago these suggestions were. So now you're going from 2 days to 7 hours, 5 hours ago. You see what I mean? So in terms of scanning so basically here, if you're scanning to make use of the app, then you wouldn't actually be, although you can change the candle timeline that you're looking at on the left, for the actual suggestion, you would look on the right-hand side.
All right, okay.
So if you want to move around back and forth just to see what's going on, although you can move around here, but ideally, you want to be looking at candles that are going to be the same as or less than whichever one of these you're looking at. So
that's if you use the trade idea option.
Yes, yeah, because
right.
the whole point of clicking on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 1 hour, etc., is to get trade suggestions.
Yeah.
And then when you get the trade suggestion, you're then looking at the chart to see how much merit there is in executing that suggestion.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So so you might decide to change the candle time, the candle times here, but that's for your own investigation. But then most people, if you do have the screens, you would, it's better to do it on TradingView anyway. You see what I mean?
Okay.
But you can go back and forth. Do you know what? It's down to preference as well. But the main thing to be aware of is that if you're looking for the suggestions, bear in mind that the suggestions you get are going to be based on whatever's highlighted here.
Okay, just open up TradingView then, if you've got it there, and just have a look at that in a TradingView example, because
so in TradingView, you would be using that to, if you're marking up your support, resistance, etc., then yes, you can go back and forth from here.
Right. So because on TradingView you don't get the trading ideas, do you?
Oh no. Yeah. So
right. Okay. Because this is the actual broker.
Yeah. Well, TradingView is just kind of like is a bit like the master source of what's going on in the market, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just the master source of what's going on in the market. And this is literally just, you know, it's just an example of one of the strategies that we have within IM Academy. So yeah. So TradingView is not going to give you any trade suggestions. TradingView is just going to be whatever you have looked at to come up
on your
to come up with it.
Okay.
What am I doing? Yeah.
Right. So Albert, back to my original question.
Yeah.
Right. And we've ascertained that. So if you go into a 5 minute, for instance, and you look at the candles,
Yeah.
right, do those on the
Yay!
chart?
Boom!
On the chart, does that reflect all of those ideas? I don't think it does. So if you look at the okay, scroll to the end.
Yeah.
Right. So the last two there being sells, right?
Right.
And what currency pair are we at?
EUR USD.
Right. So that's saying 7 hours ago. Yeah.
Right.
Can you see what I'm saying? So those two aren't reflecting, bearing this is a 5 minute chart.
Yeah.
Those last two aren't reflecting on those, the ideas on the right.
Oh, okay.
If that's 5 minutes, that's like 15 minutes ago, right? So why are those that are 15, 20, oh, another one's just come up. Why does that one not show on the right-hand side?
Right. So I would think it's probably one of two things, but I could find out from someone. I suspect it could be that it's highlighting the ones that it thinks are the better suggestions. So, and don't forget, I'm not familiar with Liberty, but you know, however the scoring works for this particular trading tool, it could be that because there's so many suggestions, only the best ones are highlighted here. You see?
Right. Okay.
That would be my guess. And also, depending on how Liberty works, is like I said, I don't know much about it, but for example, we've got not in HFX, but you know, in FRX, one of the strategies, DeLorean. So when you're using DeLorean, there's an automated process for suggestions, but what we're taught is that we only trade in the peak hours when the London market opens and when the New York Stock Exchange opens. You see what I mean? So although the strategy will be working 24/7 while the markets are open, when you're being taught the strategy, you're told that it's actually no, what is it? It's from, you should only trade from UK time, I think it's 7 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon UK time. So although the strategy is working all the time, you're advised to only use the DeLorean strategy during that time period. So it's possible there's something relating to that here, but like I said, I could ask around and find out for you anyway. But
okay.
But I suspect well, or it could literally be that, you know, there's teething problems with it. I don't know. But if it's like that all the time, it could be an element of the strategy that just needs a bit more understanding.
Because all I say, today was a very good day for trading, so I'm very surprised that, you know, those ideas. The last one was 7 hours ago, because there was a lot of trading ideas today.
Okay. So
just
carry on.
Yeah, no, just an observation. I guess that where you've got the trading ideas to the right, they're trading ideas by the looks of things from multiple currency pairs, right? It's not just So I guess in terms of capacity and volume, if you were to put all of the kind of suggestions that they've got on the graph, that would just saturate that column, right? If you took it for all of the currency pairs.
Exactly. So that's why I'm thinking that it will only be visible if it meets like a certain criteria.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting to know what that criteria is. I guess it's a higher level of comfort that it's going to be success, right? Although on saying that, very often when I look at those trade ideas, it kind of is opposite to what some of the strategies suggest that you should be doing. So for argument's sake, within the CashTrap, it will be indicating that you should be doing a put, for argument's sake. But the trade idea is suggesting a call.
Now, see, that's one thing that you notice with experience. When you're doing your steps, because you have to look at the currency strength meter, for example.
Strength meter, yeah.
So it's that is one of your guides as well, because don't forget, if you think about it, let's just say it's an uptrend, and let's just say USD is stronger. By definition, it's not going to, how should I put it? The candle's not going to go only up. So the way
there's going to be pushbacks, reversals, all kinds of stuff. Right?
Yeah. So because the strategy is automated, it's using algorithms. If it's meeting certain conditions at that moment to be a sell, it's going to give you the indicator. So now, depending on what kind of trader you are, you might be someone. You remember I mentioned the term sniping. You might be someone that wants to trade in both directions. But if you trade in both directions, I was saying that with CashTrap, we're advised that it only really works for a 3-minute strategy. Yeah. But if you do want to take advantage of the other trades as well, the indicator is giving you the option, but you have to be mindful that if you are going to take it, it should only be like 2 minutes or 1 minute. Yeah,
short. Because you're potentially going against the trend on some occasion, right?
Yeah. So there are opportunities, because if there weren't, if there weren't opportunities in the opposite direction, anytime you take it, you're going to win. So there's always going to be the opposite direction. So it depends on what kind of strategy you're using. So if you want to get every opportunity, you have to manage your risk accordingly, knowing that you're fighting against the trend.
I guess on the basis that we know that the market's moving waves, albeit in a trend, there are going to be those periods of peak and trough.
Yeah, exactly. Give me 1 second. I've got something in the oven, and I want to make sure my son has taken it out. Just give me 1 second.
I hope you're going to share that with the audience.
Give me 1 second.
I hope as a caring and sharing upline, you're going to share some of that. Has he gone? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah. This meeting is being recorded. Right. Yeah, I'm definitely a sniper trader, I would say.
So was you winning on live?
On live? No,
when you were trading today, was you demoing or was you trading live?
No, live. Definitely live, yeah.
All right, live. See, I ain't stepped that far yet. Just about going on to the demo.
Okay.
And in answer to your question, Colin, Joey doesn't share.
No. All right. Okay. Who's that? Joey?
Yeah.
Is that your son?
You both obviously didn't watch Friends.
No, we don't.
Yeah, no. We're not that old.
I used to watch. There was an episode where he took a woman out on a date.
Yeah.
And so he said, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" So he said, "Okay." So he said, "He's going to have this. What do you want to eat?" "Oh, I'll have salad." And he said, "Okay, are you sure? Because if you want anything else, you can't have anything off my plate." so she ordered salad, and then so the food came, and then she took some of his chips, and he said, "Jerry doesn't share."
All right.
So okay. Anyway, right. Okay. So did anyone else want to? Wait, yes. So I'm curious. So what have you been doing today, Bev? Because
I'm actually still trading as we speak, and I've just run on a USD CHF. You know what? I shouldn't say this while it's recorded. In fact, I will not say it while it's recorded because I'm going against your instruction. Yeah. But
your money.
So well, this is true. But oh wow, look at that. That's gone in the right direction. But so basically I was trading today. I had the first half hour was very bad, so I halved my portfolio, and I did not want to give up at that point, and I literally turned it all around and doubled my portfolio by the end. In fact, tripled my portfolio by the end of the day. So yeah.
Have you? I thought you said you've been watching Coffee's mindset recording.
I did, I did, but it's not actually sunk in 100% yet. But it's getting there. It's getting there slowly.
Oh, goodness me. Do you know what? It's you know, I kind of knock you for not being disciplined, but there's a part of me, right? It's that says, because in the sense that, okay, you're prepared to take the risk, okay, and there's something to be said. And one thing I'm glad about, you're trading type. Did you say you're trading like just £1 less than?
Yeah, they're dollars. Yeah,
$1, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about it, right? The volume that I did today, I learned so much of the activity of the candle.
Yeah.
And when it's going to actually break through in the opposite direction, I can kind of see a pattern in that.
Yeah.
So you know, when it bounces and it consolidates, consolidates for a while. And when it consolidates for, you know, I don't know, 3 or 4, because I'm one of these sniper trades, I trade in both directions.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I see it's consolidating and it kind of pauses in one direction, it kind of hovers either at the ceiling or the resistance. I can kind of tell when it's going to break through. And when it breaks through, that's when I then put on my call in addition, because I know it's then going to go a lot further down and then bounce back, and then it's going to be the new ceiling on the new floor. So that's one thing I've learned today.
Yeah.
Do you look at momentum when you're making that decision? You do.
Yeah.
So you're using the RSI and stochastic?
No, I don't use any of that. I kind of look at I kind of see where it bounces on the actual ceiling or floor. I kind of look at the highest point over the past couple of hours. And I use that. I kind of have a visual ceiling and floor. I don't mark up charts. I kind of see it and I kind of make notes, so I know what figures I'm looking for.
Ben, have you told Colin what I've been calling you?
Yeah, candle whisperer.
Candle whisperer.
Candle whisperer. You know what? It's paid off. I'm quite consistent. So as I said, I've literally 50-60% today success rate.
It sounds like we've got a BA strategy coming, Albert.
Well, it's I cannot condone what she's doing, right? But you know, there's one thing that where it has, like I said, because you know what you're doing and you're experimenting. There's something to be said for that, and also what it's doing is taking away fear, because you can lose money not just from being greedy, but you can also lose money but from being scared to take a trade. And one thing that happens when you keep doing it like this is that the fear goes away. You're not scared. So so I like the fact that you're not scared to trade, but I would say, you know, it's important to rein it in with the discipline, because if you combine it with the discipline, because what my mindset is, and you know, rightly or wrongly, the way I look at it is, I want to trade as closely to how I would trade when I have a gigantic account now. That's my thought process.
Right.
So I want to create good habits now, so that it's not difficult to be disciplined when I'm in a stronger position.
Yeah, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I think for me today, as I said, I'll tell you how much. 200. I did 200, right? But they were minimal. They were small trades.
Yeah.
Some up, some down, obviously, but I could see the pattern. I learned the pattern, and because my account holding is only like $100 at the moment, I was able to do that.
Yeah.
And I know that when my account is a lot bigger, my discipline will definitely come in.
Yeah.
I know that will definitely help me at that point. So but at the moment, it's just looking at formal. It's just looking at the formation of the candles. As I said, I've learned. I'd say 60-70%. I know when it's going to be a breakthrough. Yeah. When it's going to break through the ceiling on the floor, I've kind of seen that pattern as well. So when my account is bigger, when I have a lot more money in my account, I know I will trade a lot less, a lot more cautiously.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You know what they say about that in terms of human behavior. If you don't do it in training, you won't do it in the real match.
Okay.
You may think you will, but if you don't train to do it, you won't, unless you're very, very unique.
Okay, I feel that I'm one of
your brother's backing me up.
I know he is.
No,
I'm
just saying
time
it
will
from
tell.
a
Time will tell, because I probably won't do it on a pocket option. I'll probably set up a different account altogether, because they've seen my history on pocket options. So I will go onto a different account, maybe base options, and then start my bigger account with something else, with somebody else.
Oh, it doesn't matter where you do it, you know.
Yeah, I just get a bit paranoid that they can kind of see my history and see my success rate. So I'd rather do it on something that's different. Yeah, I'm very paranoid about that.
And actually,
they're probably more worried about Elon Musk's than Viv. With $100.
With my $100 account.
Actually, I'm actually feeling quite smug today, you know.
You're being smug, did you say?
I feel smug.
Oh, why?
Because I'm now the proud owner of 3 Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
Of 3?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Here's 1. Here's 2.
Oh, God. Bits of coin. 3 bits of coin.
And it cost me less than $10. Less than 10. Were you feeling jealous?
I was about to send the boys round.
I think it's, can you see it clearly? I think it's really cool. So I've got like gold, bronze, and silver. I don't know if you can see the color properly. Yeah.
Look at this one.
So I've got 3 Bitcoin. Oh dear. Right.
So,
okay.
So sis.
Just anyone that's looking at the currency pairs right now, look at USD CHF. Yeah.
Oh, I just have my presentation open. So yeah. I don't want to look at it because I don't want to be tempted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But okay. And actually, we've gone off topic actually. So I wanted to. We haven't. So yeah, I did want to talk about the coffee's mindset thing, because I do think it's very important. It's because you know it's broken record. Trading is 80-90% mindset, and if we don't allocate some time to that as well as the trading, we're not going to be as good a trader as we could be. So I really think it's important that all of us bear that in mind. I think, have you all seen it in WhatsApp where I've done a couple of Spotify links of mindset podcasts and
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Have any of you listened to any of them? Either of you have Spotify?
I listened to Kofi, a couple of his.
Yeah, I would say try to listen to those things as well, because it's I think it's crucial to how well we do if we get if we have that in place as well. I think I mentioned that since I started doing the commute to work again, I listen to them on most days. Something, whether it's the mindset, self-development, that guy Gary Vaynerchuk, if I've pronounced his surname right. There's all these different things. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's worth paying attention to these things as well. Seriously, I don't want to. Please don't underestimate it. They're really important to take into account as well.
I thought you was going to say you don't want to consume any more. I thought you was going to say you don't want to consume any more of our time, but you're going
to. well, that's why I said it's good for while you're driving. So that's what I do. I because I struggle to do it when I'm at home because I've got things to do.
Yeah.
But but what I do now though is whether you've got Spotify or iTunes, just download them to your mobile and listen to them while you're in the car or traveling, and you'd be surprised how much you get in. And then it's not so the only thing you're losing is you don't get to listen to any beats, but
I listen to those when I'm ready to go to sleep.
The beats or the self-development.
The self-development. I tell you what it is. I find that very often when I listen to some of those, they actually sound like they're preaching.
Yeah. Okay.
And they probably are because they're trying to get over whatever message. But I don't know. I don't find them particularly valuable.
It depends who you listen to then, because I know what you mean. It depends who. It depends which ones you. It's like anything else. Someone will grate on you, and someone will will inspire you, isn't it? So
yeah, I started to listen to the Rich Dad Poor Dad one, and I don't know, I just found it a bit what's the word? A bit evangelical.
Try Think and Grow Rich, because and the reason I said that, because that one is if you're not careful, you might even get a little bit bored listening to it, because it's quite a long one. But
okay.
If you're
that's a great advert.
Yeah. I mean it in the sense that because the thing is, it's old language. You know, it's
right.
it was written, I don't know, a long time ago. So
BC,
you
before
have
Christ.
before Bitcoin. So it was. So you have to pay attention. You see what I mean? You can't watch it. Yeah. You can't listen to it casually. So
exactly, and I think that's part of the challenge, because most of us have got kind of busy day lives. Usually the time when you've actually got to spend half an hour, 45 minutes to listen to this stuff, you're actually partially exhausted. Which
is why I say
whether probably not physically, but more mentally. So you don't actually then take it in, and it becomes, I think that is actually the issue. I think you've hit it right on the head.
But that's why I'm saying when you're driving or traveling, it's the perfect time, because then because you're not allocating time to listen to it. You
got nothing else to concentrate on when you're driving into work.
When I was listening to Kofi
on the M25 at 80 miles an hour.
Well, you don't want the preachy ones then, because you might be too inspired. You want
to top yourself. It's like the ideal spot to top yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, some songs make me put the foot down, so I need to be careful. So
Oh dear.
Yeah. Me personally, I listen to mine when I'm working, so my job is not as strenuous as others. So but listening to coffee at that point was actually quite good for me.
Yeah.
So what was it? What was the coffee?
Is that on the day? Yeah.
Is that the guy that's on the screen now that I'm looking at?
Yeah, the guy in the middle.
Okay.
I think it's 10:30 every Tuesday, but he's actually got a YouTube channel as well, so he usually records it. So cool. Was watching, and the guy on the left as well, he does it. I forgot what time he does it. So he does a Wednesday one as well. So so it's a case of tapping in, because one of these two may or may not resonate with you, but maybe the other person will. You see what I mean? So
how much does it cost?
No, it's all. It doesn't cost anything. It's basically how they.
Wow.
Yeah. It's all part of the package.
That's good to hear. We've actually found something that's part of the package.
Yeah. No, if you keep an eye on the 18 groups and the PPP stuff, you will see that there's always something going on. It's just a case of tapping into it. Before I forget, because God, my food. Right. Okay. So the other thing, are you guys aware that now every Wednesday there's a live training and introduction that's being done? You know that, don't you? That's what that thing is. Financial Revolution. Every Wednesday.
I think Rex mentioned it. I can't remember what event I joined, but I think Rex did mention it.
Yeah, it's every Wednesday now.
Is it in London? Is it in the city somewhere? Is it in the whereabouts? Is it? It's
in Aldgate.
Aldgate, that's it. Yeah. I think Rex mentioned it a few weeks back.
Yeah, so that's every Wednesday now. So
do you go?
That's where I met Bev. So we went to the we went to the first post-lockdown one. That's where I met Bev.
Okay.
They're doing it every week. I think it's good because it shows that they're real people. So it's designed to help existing members with training, meet people face to face, and anyone that is curious about what we're doing, it's a chance for them to meet there as well. And they've roped me into talking on the 1st of September, so I have to speak. So I'm going to be there next week.
So did they broadcast it?
I don't think the whole. Actually, no. I think it might be on Facebook at the time, but I'm not 100% sure of the details. I've seen snippets on people's Facebook feed, but I don't know if the whole thing is broadcast. It probably is.
It's on there. Okay.
It probably
Okay.
is.
And what time is that? What time does that commence?
It's 6:30 to 8 every Wednesday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's 6:30 to 8 every Wednesday. So because you know we're kind of like we're a whole bunch of teams. So you know we're the A team, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the A team's turn. There's mixing and matching because obviously Brioni's in the A team, but she goes to other ones as well. So there's mixing and matching, but because next week is our turn, they said, "Oh, who's going to talk about this and that?" And then they went to crypto, and it was a ghostly silence. No one volunteered, and they and I wasn't going to volunteer, but yeah. Then they said,
"Step out your comfort zone, Albert. Step out."
They said, "Come on, it's you. You have to." So I'm going to have to step forward and talk about crypto next week. So yeah,
oh, fantastic.
Let's hope it rises. Let's hope it bounces back up before you're on board.
Well, you know how I feel when it's down.
I know, Sal.
So yeah,
opportunity, right?
That's sell time. So that doesn't bother me. I wish it was lower. I always wish it was lower. But yeah, so I'll be talking. So yeah, but I mentioned it because remember I said last time. So I know you guys aren't that keen on the team building side, but if you know anyone who's interested and they want to see people face to face, mention the Wednesday thing, especially next week because I'll be there, so I could chat with them face to face if you wanted to mention it to anyone.
Forward. Okay.
Yeah, and it will help.
It's a challenging time, to be honest. 6:30 all day.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh, you mean in terms of working and stuff like that?
Yeah. Working, getting there.
Yeah, I suppose it depends where you work. It depends, So I suppose
it's just up the road, if I was in the office days. But, when I go back in, I'll definitely come on a Wednesday for sure.
Yeah, it depends. It's sod's law though, because next week I'm working from home, so it would have been easier for me to go this week because I'm based in Suffolk, 1 week on, 1 week off. So yeah. Anyway, this is just meant to be. We've probably been talking for a while now. My stomach's rumbling. So. Does anyone have any questions that they want to ask or?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm good.
And I think, do you know what? Next week, I'm gonna try and trade a bit with Bev.
Yes. I'll teach you.
Can you do it live? Can you do it? Can you do it live, please? Can you do it? Can you do it in this Thursday session?
I'll show you my strategy. Yeah, it'll probably go tits up, but I will show you the strategy that I use.
Yeah, I'm going to trade with Bev again. I'll do 1 or 2 sessions next week with her and see.
But can we do a live session on this session next week? That's my call.
Do you know
agenda
what?
item.
And do you know what? Jay has said that, and we.
The only thing is, it's too late though. It's not a good time. It's like the best time I find is like 7 o'clock. 9 o'clock is quite busy.
In the morning.
I actually trade with the spikes. I love trading when it's spiky, when the market's really spiky. That's
you talking about 7? You talking about 7, 9 in the morning, sis?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yeah, a.m.
Oh, 7, 9 in the morning. Okay.
This is very rare for me to kind of. It's only because I'm on my laptop, so I'm just looking at opportunities while Albert's talking. But
you're just being a bit greedy.
But it paid off. I got 2 trades. I just made $8.
You know what? I would say if you guys want to do that, we would have to. Is it possible to do? Because as Bev said, this time is not a good time to trade, but maybe we could stretch it to if we started at 7. It's still not that good. But maybe if, to be honest, the earlier the better. So if we could maybe start at 6:30 or 7, if there's a couple of you around, we could do it live.
Yeah, 6:30.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be Thursday if another day is easy, just to do that experiment.
Well, Thursday's perfect. Thursday's perfect for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday morning.
Thursday now. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll put feelers out, or maybe we could just start earlier next week. So I see what everyone says, but if you guys are able to do 7 next week, then we start earlier next week, and then we do a bit of live trading.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'd
Cool.
do that. Yeah. Right. I need to
Sounds
eat my
good.
food and watch TV.
All right. Thanks for your time.
All right.
Albert.
You enjoy. See you
All
later,
right.
sis.
Take care.
Bye. See you later, bro. Bye.
All right,
Bye-bye.
then. Ciao, ciao.